Our car tester Sascha Knapp is about to put a Mercedes C-Class through its paces. Not this vintage model, but the new one. But we do have time for a comparison of old and new. The 202 was the first car to be called a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Since 1993, the C-Class has been Mercedes' smallest rear-wheel drive model and a mid-range flagship. The car was available in a variety of designs and with a variety of option packages. We're testing the smallest package, the Esprit. Sascha says that as soon as he got in the car, he noticed how much room there was. But he says that may be because the seats are wider and have less side support, giving an impression of space. We try out the 1996 C180 with a 90 kilowatt four-cylinder engine. It goes from 0 to 100 in 12 seconds, which is pretty slow for such a powerful engine. Back then, the car cost 44,620 marks. Sascha says that car doesn't drive badly, but it does ask a lot more of the driver than modern cars. This vehicle will qualify as a young-timer in 7 years. Sascha says the new C-Class is a lot more comfortable. The seats are more accommodating, offer better side support, and are electronically adjustable. And that may be a problem. The car has a lot of electronics, including the entertainment system, which is operated by this wheel, along with touch pads and various buttons. In 20 years, when this car is a young-timer, it's hard to imagine that everything will still work properly. The new Mercedes C-Class has an individually adjustable air ride system, a novelty in this category. To improve drivability, Mercedes engineers put the C-Class on a diet. The hood, the hatchback, and the roof are all made of aluminum. Sascha says that the steering wheel is noticeably smaller and more practical, and the chassis is a lot better. The new C-Class reacts immediately, whereas the old one was a bit of a boat. The lightweight materials and the best drag coefficient in its class make the car very fuel efficient. The 150 kilowatt C250 Bluetec Diesel model we tested consumes only 4.3 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions are low, 109 grams per kilometer, and the car has a top speed of 247 kilometers an hour. The car we tested with the Avant-Garde option package costs a bit over 46,000 euros in Germany. Sascha says functions like automatic trunks weren't around back in 1996. With full hands, opening the back of an old C-Class was tricky, but the trunk itself hardly changed. The old C-Class had a 430-liter capacity, and the new one has just 50 liters more. Separate back seats were optional in the old C-Class, whereas they're standard in the new one. A few things have changed. The old C-Class had a classic grille, while the new one has a 3D grille with a large Mercedes star. But the traditional star in the hood is gone. The two cars' hatchbacks are very different, but the characteristic ornamental molding has been retained. You can still sense a lot of history in the design of the new C-Class. The interior of the old C-Class was somewhat cold and sterile. The new one is more inviting with its high-quality materials and bright colors. The gear shift has been replaced by a multimedia console, and the air vent switch has given way to climate control. The old speedometer was very easy to read. In the new model, the onboard computer does the job. Sasha says that for him, it's no contest between the 1996 and 2014 C-Class. Even the interior of the old car wasn't really his thing, so he prefers the new generation. The question is whether you can afford a new car or whether you have to settle for a good used one. In any case, he's going to enjoy taking the new model out for a drive.
Ich in meinem Fall drehe auf jeden Fall noch eine Runde in dem neuen.